Going on, everyone? This is Eagz, and in today's video, I'm going to do something I haven't done in ages. I'm just going to commentate on one of my games. This is on my main account, which is like D2, D1 now, I think, with, I don't know, like Master GM, MMR. So we're playing in like the highest games on this account. This one, just because it's OCE, I guess, it was against a Diamond jungler, I think, maybe Master, I'm not sure. So when I see that, and it might sound a bit arrogant, but when I see that on the enemy team, I know I've pretty much won. The reason being because you guys have to understand, like, yes, I can teach you how to play Shaco or how to play certain champions, but at the end of the day, the reason why Chase is challenger, for example, and always challenger, is because he jungles like a challenger. You have smite. If you don't see the game, if you don't see the map, the way that Chase does, or I'd also like to say that I do, then you're not going to climb to that point. The difference between a Master and a Grandmaster Shaco to a Challenger Shaco is not going to be anything mechanical. It will be on how you see the game, how you time your bases, how you communicate the enemy jungles, like positioning and stuff. So we'll get into like a bunch of jungle concepts. I'm not sure if this will be a series, but I'm just going to commentate over some of my games and put them on YouTube for you. If you guys are interested in actually jungling like a Challenger, there's Patreon on the left, coaching sessions there. You can sign up for monthly sessions. And yeah, let's get into it. So this game we are against a Trundle, so I want to start a red buff. If he does some clear where he goes like red Raptors into Gromp, he can hit my red buff and I'll just have blue buff and I can never beat a Trundle one-on-one. I might be able to, depends on my box. But at the end of the day, I don't really want to like deal with that, so I'm going to start red buff this game. I'm also pathing towards a Yone, which probably isn't the best decision when I have Lucian, Nami, bot. Also, another thing, guys, if you're playing AD carry, if you're playing Lucian and Nami, please don't leash. You want to win lane. Be in lane as soon as possible to get level 2. Anyway, we continue. So we do this. We're clearing red buff. I'm looking at the map as well in between each auto attack, trying to figure out where Trundle starts. I don't actually think I ping where the Trundle starts, but it looks kind of obvious where Jace moves, that Trundle starts top side of the map. Also, whenever you see, so like look at the enemy bot lane here, how Senna and whoever the enemy AD carry is, they run like this. Most of the time, if they leash, they're going to run like this, yeah? So if you ever see them come from river, they probably have not leashed. So I know already here that Trundle starts topside. Yone randomly pings my blue buff, but I know that Trundle didn't start there. And we're going to do this clear that I actually prefer. Most Shaco players are probably going to do red Raptors Gromp, right? Because it gives you 3. I actually like this clear a lot more. I kind of fucked it up, though. You should always Q, guys, after last hitting your red buff. So just Q towards walls, okay? So I should have done that. It's a lot quicker. But this clear where you do 2 small walls, I actually like it a lot more than doing Gromp, because your Gromp and walls are always going to be here for the sequencing between them. If you do Gromp, sometimes it can fuck up the sequencing. That auto attack on the last small wolf was pointless as well. So already I've kind of fucked up. This is my second game back, like actually playing. So I guess I can kind of forgive myself, but still. And doing blue here, this gives you the quickest level 3 with both buffs. In fact, it's the quickest level 3 with both buffs, like in the game, if you do it properly. So that Q, after you auto-attack the red buff, last hit, it's very important. And I can smite this and I can look to make a play. Now, you can see the great thing about having a winning mid here, so Vladimir randomly has priority against an Arya. It should never happen, but it's happened, which is nice. And he puts a ward down on Trundle's Raptors. So I know Trundle's Raptors are up, and Jace being low, as you can see when I look top here. I should actually be looking top, though, while I'm clearing blue. So this is bad for me as well. So I should be pressing F2, which is my hotkey to look at Yone. And I should be looking at Jace and seeing what the lane is doing. Now, I know that Jace is warded down here because he moved down earlier on a previous wave. So I know the River Brush is warded. So if I want to attack this lane, I have to attack it around the back. If I was playing a champion like Talon, I could quite easily just go like this, E over, and come back. I don't know if Jace is going to recall. I'm not sure how much gold he'll have. He's only cleared 2 waves, so he probably doesn't even have any gold for a base here. So I am thinking about going top. But because Trundle's not here, I get a free Raptor camp. But when I look mid, it's very important, guys, that whenever you see lanes like this, where, let's just think about it. If you're playing Vladimir or Ari, both of these champions are very close to being killable if you land 1 or 2 abilities with Ignite, let's say. Right? Both of them. So the lane is kind of volatile. Whenever it's volatile like this, you need to be aware, right, of what's probably going to happen. Yeah? Just like top lane, like Yone and Jace being on 200, 300 HP, the first jungler to get there is probably going to get the kill. So here, when I actually clear Raptors, I'm looking at mid the whole time and just waiting for Ari to go in, right? And you can see how she's posturing in a way that says, you know, I actually want to fight this guy. I think I can kill him. And as soon as she moves up like this, I just Q over the wall, right? So I'm saving my E. Yes, I use my box on Raptors, but I don't need it. And I come in and we get first blood on the Ari. I want to also, like, save my E as long as possible. I do have Halo Blades, but I know I'm not going to be able to get 3 auto attacks in, so I get 2 in. ignite her during the process, and then use my E at the end like this to slow her, and Vlad eventually picks up the kill. So that's first blood, I guess, for Vladimir. But that kill is set up like there's nothing mechanical there. Yes, okay, like I saved my E, which is probably the most important thing, but apart from that, it's just about map awareness. Understanding where Trundle has started, understanding like what the lane is probably going to do in the next 30 seconds. Do you want to be there for it? These are the things you need to be thinking about. Here I just try to like pressure the Trundle, and because I have like a winning mid here and Ari isn't here, I don't know if Ari has TP or not, but now I'm going to hit this Scryer Orb. Most people here probably wouldn't hit this because Crab is spawning soon. They might just like run off like this. Always hit this. It's just useful, right? Like, why would you not want to hit it? Also denies Trundle hitting it. So I hit this towards Trundle's Krugs. We see him there. And at this point in the game, I just know it's just completely free, right? And it's, you know, Trundle looks as if he's running down here to do something to me. I know the top lane, like, you might think, why don't you just go and gank top? Well, that's because Trundle is in the area. And I have a free Crab here. I don't think top lane is really that important. I'd much rather gank the lane when Trundle isn't there, because, remember as well, I use Ignite mid. So, yes, Shaco in the early game is kind of like an Ignite timer. But even if I was playing Talon here, guys, I'm not going to go and gank top. Especially, like, let's just say I use my flash mid if I'm Talon. So right there, I know I have smite, but I just want to make sure that Trundle doesn't get it. You'll also see how I push the Crab towards the bottom side of this river a little bit. That's because I have that ward on his Raptors. So if Trundle's going to attack me at this Crab, it's got to be from top side, right? So it's very important that when you do Crab, you're pushing it deliberately towards one side of the river. Don't just hit it randomly, yeah? Because they will fucking get stolen, like, a lot. At this point in the game, I know that I'm in a really nice position, and mid is just like, this game should be free at this point. Why am I doing Gromp? Why am I going to do Wolves here? Well, why do you guys think? It's for a base, right? If I was to base right now, which actually wouldn't be too bad, because I could hit the bot Crab, and if Trundle overstays, maybe even his Gromp, right? Because it would respawn at that time, and it would be a level 3 Gromp. Also, this guy, level 4 Gromp, this guy's clear was really weird as well. I'm pretty sure he went red to Wolves, Gromp blue, something like this, and then he came back to his top side. One way to check, like, how do you guys think you could check where he actually started? Because this game, it is a little weird. I'm pretty sure he started red, but still, it's kind of hard to tell. So how would you tell, like, 100% where Trundle started? Well, all you have to do is just, like, hover over him, right, and just click on him. And in the top left, you'll see this, like, little indicator of the bus, right? So from these, like, if you were to click on me, if Trundle was to just click on me here, let's just say he had vision, he could tell that I started red buff because it's closer to running out. Blue buff is fresher. So if I was to click on Trundle and look in the top left, I'm going to see both of these things. If his red buff is like mine, he started red. And all of a sudden, you're computing in your head what his jungle clear looks like and what it's going to look like in the future, because history repeats itself when people jungle, for the most part. So I'm doing Gromp here and Wolves just to hit a base, so around like 10 or 1100 gold. That's boots, couple of longswords. You could always get a Dirk, but I much prefer getting boots early game on Shaco. I think you need the movement speed to get around the map. I'm pretty sure Riot also nerfed Shaco's movement speed right at some point. Maybe not recently, but definitely not so long ago. Anyway, Vladimir starts pinging bot lane here. If they die, it's completely on them, so good pings from Vladimir. And we base. Look how quickly we get out of base as well. There's no fucking around here or sitting in base doing nothing. I know exactly what I'm going to buy. Boots, 2 long swords. If I have leftover, quickly get the control ward. Also, I see lots of students who don't have this pinned. Just hover over that arrow, click that button so it's always open, yeah? Like, why not? We buy. Q out of base with blue buff. Even if I didn't have blue buff there, guys, I'm queuing out of base. I know how important time is in this game, and if I can get to these fights, get to these areas of the map quickly, it's always good. I even timed the AD carries flash there, so if you have time, you're running back on the map, like, why not do it? It's not too difficult. And that as well, like, yes, I do it kind of quickly. It's just muscle memory. Just muscle memory. 9 ADF, Control A, Control C, enter, enter again, Control V, enter. It's just muscle memory and building, like, a database, I guess, of actions for your fingers. That sounded really fucking weird, but yeah. Anyway, right here, running out of base, I see Trundle mid. I could maybe think about hitting his Gromp, right, because he hasn't done it. But the problem with that is that the enemy support will be there. Trundle as well, by the time I make it to Gromp. He could also be there. Like, maybe he finishes clearing mid and then he runs over and I get caught by him and his support. So always think, guys, about your movement in terms of time. That line there, if I was to go to his Gromp, it's like 20 seconds. In 20 seconds, he could easily be here with his support. So that's why you have to envision the map in the future. Here I kind of fuck up because I don't really want to walk near that tri-brush because it's probably warded. If it isn't warded, I can easily go like this and escape vision and just like Q like this, right? But in my head, like, I just always think this is warded. Maybe it's a bad thing, and I probably should have paid a bit more attention to the map. And unfortunately, like, here, she can probably see me, or where I queue from anyway. She's going to be, yeah, like, here she can see me, right? So she just backs off. If that Tribe Rush was warded, if it was warded here, they would definitely see me, right? Because that fog is like this, and I queue from around here, right? So maybe a little bit bad for me, but I don't think I'd kill her anyway. Like, even if I kind of queue at the perfect distance, she's probably just out of my reach. Anyway, we get the CS, leave it here for Lucian. Unfortunately, bot lane here doesn't decide to freeze, and at this point I see Trundle mid, so I'm just going to start farming again. Has this guy recalled the Trundle? Okay, so he got a Sheen. But I know as well, you can see Trundle, how he's running towards his bot side here. Never do what this Trundle does, guys. So in this game, he just runs like this, right? And it's kind of obvious he's going to his bot side. He should be trying to fake where he's going to go. So if he was going to go to his bot side, I'd highly recommend doing something like this, where you run like as if you're going to Raptors, and then you come back. Reason being is because, especially if you're low, right? If you're 200 HP there in your Trundle, I can think about like hitting his Gromp, right? Or if like it's later in a game, if I'm level 6, I can just do Dragon for free, or hit his blue buff, or dive his bot lane, because I know Trundle's not a champion. He's so low, and I know exactly where he is. I can do stuff on the map to punish him. For like showing me where he is, I guess. So always think about like what you're giving to the enemy team in terms of information. Anyway, do Krugs here, quite simple, and then we're going to go to Raptors at this point. Then I see this happen mid, so of course I'm just going to go mid, and it's just a couple of free kills. There's nothing really special here. I was just going Krugs to Raptors, and there's some kills here. Put a box down like right behind them. I probably could have boxed a little bit better there to hit the Ahri. Like if I boxed a lot sooner. I don't know if it was on cooldown. Let's have a look. So bang. Yeah, I should actually save E as well. I shouldn't use my E on Trundle. I should definitely save it, which is bad. And yeah, my box just comes up. So I put the box down like maybe as far as I can. And if I have E here, I can E the Ahri because Senna's 100% dead. So maybe a couple of mechanical things. But the point here, guys, is like me going Krugs to Raptors is correct. And we get a couple of kills. It's not like we do anything bad here mechanically. And if this was a student, I'd be more than happy. This move is like really what differentiates though, like the kind of like best junglers from everyone else. This wave, yes, I can help Vladimir shove this wave, but it doesn't even look too bad to me. I mean, maybe it is going to push and I should help him shove, but I think the lane is fine for him. I don't think Ahri's ever going to kill him here, and he's probably close to level 6. So I just think about Trundle. Like, that's what you guys should always think about. Enemy jungle, how can I punish them? So Trundle's dead here for another 4 seconds. What camps are up? Can I get to their camps? Well, his Raptor camp is only like 5 seconds away, right? And by the time I finish his Raptors, I can easily recall, and then I can get back on the map. And he should have no counterplay. Trundle here should actually think about hitting my Raptors. So as soon as I do this, right, because remember, I'm telling him where I'm going. I'm saying, hey, Trundle, I'm going to your top side. And because I know, like, I can't waste that much time here, because he's already alive. So even though we killed him, like, just before, he's already alive running back on the map. I have to act very quickly here. That's why, if, let's just say I was to do something like this to his Gromp, let's just say I know his Gromp's up. I can't do it, because Trundle will be here, like, by the time I even get halfway through the Gromp. So you have to be very careful with your timings, guys, on like when to invade and when not to, and what camps to invade. You have to think about time and where the enemy champions are going to be by the time you've like finished the camp. Anyway, we clear these. I think I leave one up. I queue out. Why not just queue out? Again, it's all about time. This just gets me to my recall spot quicker. And as I recall here, I'm going to put a control ward down. I ping around Krugs, thinking Trundle's going to go to top side here, especially seeing what's happening top lane, like Yone doing that. Trundle can see that as well. So in my head, Trundle is running top. In my opinion, though, I think Trundle should run just straight to my Raptors. Now, where am I going to run out of base? Looking at the map here, I mean, red buff's up kind of soon. Maybe I can run to bot side, but we'll see what we do. Actually, can't really remember. Yeah, okay, so walls being up. It just looks really nice, right, to go Gromp walls into my red buff, and then we can make a play. Also, we could still think about, like, ganking top lane here. So if Jace was still in lane, we could think about going there. For some reason, I'm going to do walls first, though. So this looks like an actual mistake for me. I should definitely do Gromp first and then go to walls. And then down to my red buff area. I'll be level 6. We can do Dragon. We can hit Trundle's blue buff maybe, depending on the timer. So a bit of a mistake here to do walls first. Again, I'm not like excusing myself from making mistakes like this, but when I play on stream, it's very different to me playing off stream. And I'm pretty sure I would see everything I'm talking about. What is it? Like what is it? Off stream. Yeah. Maybe this makes sense though, because I know the crab is up, but the point here, guys, is like Trundle can have this crab like every day of the week, bro. Like, I don't know why he's here. He should definitely like think about hitting my bot side, or yeah, doing something like that, right? Maybe even Dragon if he has bot prior. Him being here just doesn't make sense to me. And even if he got the crab, let's just say I went Gromp walls. I go Gromp walls and I go to my bot side. even if he gets the crab, what does that even mean, bro? Like, what does he get as well as the crab? Because I'm getting Drake. I might even get his blue. I might get his Gromp. I might get kills bot. There's just so many plays to make bot side of the map. Have this crab, bro. It's not like fucking Rift Herald's up in 10 seconds. It's up in a minute. And I can still protect that if I wanted to. So, I actually think this is a mistake from me. Yes, it's good that Trundle's here, but I just think he should never be here, right? So, this is me getting a little bit too horny for crab. That box as well is good. Because, I mean, I guess it's fine. But yeah, I kind of ignite him maybe a little bit too early, and he has to flash out, so it's still like a fine play, I guess. But yeah, it's whatever. I just don't like being on this side of the map here for a crab. Like, what are we doing after crab here? Like, Rift Herald's not up. I've got to run all the way down to bot side. Do I recall here? You know? And if Jace has, like, half a brain, he just saw me topside. Like, how is this possible I get a kill here? Thankfully, I do. But I'm saying, guys, like, against, like, the top-tier players, like, if this is Challenger career, this kill does not exist. That Trundle is probably hitting my bot side. And imagine this as well. Imagine if Trundle wasn't here, and I got this crab, and then I did this play. What happens? So Trundle's bot side, right? Let's just say he's here, running to my Raptors when I do this. He takes all my bot side, bro. All my bot side. And he's actually, like, neutralized the jungle matchup, which I have a lead in right now. It's actually very, very even at that point. And my Lucian Nami lane, which is what I want to be near, because it is Lucian Nami. Yano should always be fine, especially when this is happening. Doesn't look too good for me. So, I don't really like what I did there, the pathing walls to Gromp. So, you've always got to think, guys, like, if I'm doing crab, am I going to lose anything? If I do this pathing, why am I doing it? There has to be a reason at the end of it, yeah? Anyway, we get 2 longswords, run out of base. Don't waste too much time. Yes, 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 yes. Run straight to my red buff. Here as well, you have to think, like, well, on Shaco anyway, like, I don't have ult. Same for most champions, actually, but I don't have ult. So, in terms of making a lot of plays, it's probably going to be hard to. And I know this crab isn't here. I just want to, like, somewhat be on the map here, maybe. Maybe we can look for a gank mid. In all honesty, I should definitely just do, like, Krug's Red Raptors. Like, there's no way I should do anything else here. Krug's Red Raptors, by the end I finish that clear, I have level 6. Not level 6, sorry, but I have my ultimate backup. I can look to Rift Herald. So if you think about it, these are the possible paths, right? So we go Krugs. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4 to Rift. We go 1, 2, 3, 4 to Drake. We go 1, 2, 3 into mid. We can go like this. We can dive bot. Depends on what's, you know, like happening at the map after my Raptors. But that's definitely the clear I should do. I'll also be level 7. So this move here doesn't really make too much sense to me. And I'm actually kind of fucking surprised how many mistakes like I'm making. But yeah, again, like maybe it's because I'm on stream. Yeah, kind of embarrassing, but hey, it's good to look back at your own games, mate, to see what's going on. Yeah, and thankfully again, right, it's like Ari's pushed up, and I didn't even look mid. Like, that's the bad thing, bro. Like, I Q over or like hit the blast cone over the dragon pit, and thankfully Ari's pushed up, so I get a free kill. It's not like I looked at this before. So what I should have done, really, if I wanted to make this play, as I'm running like this, I would look mid. Oh shit, mid's pushing. It's gonna be like on that spot, on that line. Excellent to gank. Let's go. That would make a lot more sense, but I just hit the blast cone and end up waddling mid, and thankfully there's a play to be made. So yeah, questionable Shaco player, bro. So bad. Anyway, after this, what do we do after this? Like, what do you guys think? So, Trundle's bot side, maybe, but he could be there. He could have cleared, like, bot to top. I also don't have ult. I don't have ignite. Can't really make that many plays. So all I'm going to do here is just do my red buff. Right, maybe a couple of camps, but I just want to clear some camps here until I hit level 6. Not level 6, sorry, but have my ultimate backup. And then we can actually do something. So here I actually see bot lanes fighting, so I'm going to ping on the way bot. And at the end of this, we end up picking up 2 kills, which is nice. And at this point in the game, so it's pretty much over at this point, guys. But at this point in the game, we see Trundle around here, right? So we kill the Zeri. Probably should have held E in all this, but it's whatever. We get 2 kills, right? So also notice as well how I'm not, like, pointing out mechanical mistakes too much. Like, anyone's gonna get 2 kills here, yeah? Like, it doesn't matter how bad you play this, guys. Like, you're gonna get 2 kills here. Like, a fucking gold Shaco, silver Shaco, bronze Shaco, you're all gonna get 2 kills here. So there's no point, like, looking at mechanics. I want to see if you guys are actually, like, looking at the map and reacting to what's going on. Yeah, I can definitely do it better. But we're doing it well enough to crush, like, a master game. We pick up 2 kills, and Trundle shows. You can see him on the bottom right, so he shows on the minimap. And here, yes, I know Lucian's low, but at least Vladimir is kind of healthy. And I really want to do Dragon here because I know that I have ultimate. Trundle cannot probably 1v1 me. And look at the prio Vlad has. Like, he's got so much time. Nami's running back on the map. This is definitely risky, but I just feel like with their bot lane dead, like Senna and Zeri are still going to be in base here. If they were going to contest this, Vlad is here. I'm here with my ultimate, and Nami is actually going to be here pretty much before any of their bot lane. So I actually want to force a fight here. Just one thing, though, after doing this, so we do end up getting this, I need 1300 for a Duskblade. I did not know this. Please make sure when you run out of base, because the gold values will change right of the items you want based on the items you have, you know exactly what you want to buy running out of base. Do not do what I do here. So watch. I'm going to finish the dragon, and then I'm going to be like, shit, I actually need like a little bit more gold for Duskblade, which is actually really bad for me. Like, as soon as I finish that dragon, I should be here. So I'm closer to my next camp. I finish the dragon, smite it, Q over the wall, do raptors, recall, Duskblade. So I end up doing this, we get raptors, we end up recalling. Okay, there's like a play that happens mid, so we do this, and then there's another fight. So if I was quicker there, I would recall, or would have recalled like 30 seconds ago. Now I have a Duskblade. And now I can do anything. I can run at Trundle's topside if I think it's up. I can dive Jace, I can run to my topside, run to Rift Herald. Depending on my ultimate cooldown, I might want to start it and just force a fight. Depends on what's happening on the map. But that looks a lot better to me than actually what I did here. And I actually kind of fucking can't believe, like, I'm not going to call them, like, blunders, but there's definitely things I can, like, do better in this game. But, hey, it's good enough to do well, so that's good. But, yeah, hopefully this video was useful, guys. Let me know if you want me to do more of these in the future. They're very easy to make. And, yeah, if you do enjoy the content, leave a like. It helps me out. Comment. Any questions about the gameplay, let me know. And, yeah, there's the Patreon on the left. Don't be shit. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.